This is Tadbulb. He was recently introduced into Pokemon GO for the first time in the Festival of Lights event. Now, as a Pokemon GO player, it feels like it's my responsibility to catch him, evolve him, and add all of his forms to my Pokedex. We don't care what his stats are, I don't care if he's good in Battle League or something, that aren't the part of the games that I play. We're going to go complete the Pokedex. So yesterday, I went out with the aim of finding enough Tadbulbs to evolve him into Bellibolt and have both of these added into my collection. The first thing I noticed upon opening my game at the park was there was no Tadbulbs. Hi, so this is Future Robert. I just realized I didn't see a Tadbulb in this footage for the first 5 times I looked at it, but now looking at it for the 6th time, there's a Tadbulb. I'm going to pull it up for you real quick. So we're going to go on and act like it didn't exist because I totally didn't see it and I did not catch this. But whoops, there was one as soon as I started. So I wasn't sure going into this how common he would be, but obviously not very common when I could see all these spawns and there's none of him. However, I also saw a Genesect raid with under 3 minutes left, and I wanted to see if I could get to it in time to try to do it. On the way to the Genesect, I Mega Evolved my Charizard just in case I'd make it in time, but at 30 seconds is when I finally started freaking out and actually started picking up my pace. That was too late. Thankfully, there was another one going to spawn in 15 minutes, so it's not that big of a deal that I missed out on that one, but I definitely missed out on that one just because I didn't take it seriously enough to get over there very fast. So the main priority is Tadbulb. That is really all I'm here for. But fortunately, this event, all of the spawns in the wild have shiny chances. The ones I'm really looking for to see if I could grab would be Vulpix, Magnemite, Morello, and Slugma. I don't have any of those 4 in my collection, so they would all be completely nice additions. To increase my chances of finding a Tadbulb, I decided to turn on my Adventure Instance to start with and probably do an instance afterwards. But immediately on my first encounter, I can't believe what I got. This wasn't one of the shinies I'm really looking out for, but at this channel, no shiny goes to waste, so that one's going straight into the bag. Nothing else really crazy happened for a minute or two after that encounter. I made my way to where the showcase is for this park. There's only one of them, and I am very, very competitive. I must win that showcase every time it's here. This time, the Pokemon for the showcase is Litwick, which is spawning. Makes sense. However, I still have no competition here. Okay, I say win like I'm actually competing with people. Sometimes there's a couple, but I am the first one to put a Litwick in here. I don't have an XXL, but since it doesn't even matter, we're dropping a shiny one for the extra flex. I imagine there probably will be someone who added to this, and I'll come back later and defend it, but for now, we're the ones taking home the lead. When my Adventure Instance ran out, I decided not to put a regular instance on because even though I still didn't have a Tadbulb yet, and I wanted to stay to get one, I didn't actually know if I was really going to commit to that. I did, however, go back to the gym to do the Genesect raid, which is where I made a mistake. I thought that I was good enough to solo Genesect. In a regular Pokemon game, any fire Pokemon with a regular move could one-shot it. Even in Pokemon GO, I thought this would be possible. However, all I could do was get into the red, and I failed to solo it not once, not twice, but 4 times. I actually spent the entire timer of the Genesect attempting to raid it. I want to explain why I thought I could do it 4 different times, and the changes I made in between each raid. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. That'll be the next video. I didn't want to take the time to talk about it here because we're Tadbulb hunting. In fact, I was so interested in this raid, though, that on my 2nd failure, when I came out, there was a Tadbulb, my first Tadbulb, on the screen, and I didn't realize it until editing this footage that it was there. Luckily, after my 3rd attempt, I saw it, and I caught it, and we finally have our first Tadbulb. I caught it with a Silver Pineapple, get the most value out of it, and we have one. Yes! We need more, but at least something good came out of me failing this raid for 45 minutes. The next thing on my list to do was to try to get a AR thumbnail screenshot of the Tadbulb I caught. It actually went pretty easy, but Tadbulb is so small, in order to really get that shot, I was bent down to the ground with holding my camera by my fingertips and like trying to find different positions, and I was really getting into it until I turned around and realized I had 2 people walking towards me who actually were just pointing at me and kind of laughing, and I can't blame them because I looked like a crazy person. I don't know, if you don't have context of what I was doing, I don't even know what you could imagine I was doing. So I almost tripped when I saw them and realized that it happened, but I think I got a good enough one for the screenshot or for the thumbnail, so it was worth it. In the same vein as AR screenshot, on my next Tadbulb I found on my route, I tried to actually use the AR capture feature. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this is actually a thing in Pokemon Go. I know 90% of us have probably had it come on when you first opened the game and then immediately turned it off. So if you're not familiar with it, let me explain real quick. There's a little exclamation point that represents the Pokemon being scared. If it gets all the way to red, the Pokemon run away. You don't have to hit it with a Pokeball for it to run away in this mode. You can mess it up and let stuff get away. And when I threw this Tadbulb out for the first time, it immediately was on that red mark. Scared that it would run away, I ran away first, because at least then the Pokemon would be on the map and I could click it again. So luckily when I clicked it again and came back, it was not afraid. However, I was afraid of getting too close. So my first throw or two was not even close to it because I was throwing from so far away. I was not daring to actually get close enough to this thing. I got close enough a little bit just to actually make sure I could catch it. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this mode. It probably loses me more, or it's probably lost me in the past more Pokemon than I've actually caught trying to use it. And so I don't know why I decided to use it here, but anyway, I caught my Pokemon, turned the mode off, and kept walking on the rest of my route. So nothing really amazing happened for the rest of my walk. I've caught enough Tadbulbs since then to be able to evolve it, and so I thought we would evolve it here together. I have this one Tadbulb that's actually not that bad, to be honest. Pretty good for a wild catch. So I thought we would just evolve it and have the satisfaction of a new Pokedex entry together. Forgot how long these animations are. And there it is. My lovely eggshell with hands. New Pokedex entry. It was worth it. I had a good time. I got the new Pokemon down. I feel accomplished. So thank you for joining my journey today. If you would like to see my next journey and come along with me, please consider subscribing. Until then, farewell.